It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Altman. This one completes Alec Pierce. They find some open field here. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, LA. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Lawrence will throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they get the defense back on their heels.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Nice job understanding the situation. Third and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. It gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To throw on second down, Altman. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to...
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick six ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had open field, there was no way he was going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Altman. And this one is incomplete.
And the Rams at a disappointing 0-4 for the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Here's Young. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short after the incompletion on...
From the gun on 3rd down. Altman, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Ground, they go with Young, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on the Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You think about this strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Looking to throw on second down. Altman. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Boy, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Altman throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Young on the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. This
into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jags will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. It's complete. A little juke.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He finds Pierce. It's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
46-yard
On 1st and 10, Altman. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Altman. He's able to find Melton. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation. desperation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Following the fumble recovery, Altman. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Trayvon Walker
in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Pierce.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Jaguars 26, Rams 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Altman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Man, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Altman over the middle, complete. It's Young. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, Altman. And he's got Pierce. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Altman. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. K'Lavon Chaisson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Altman. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trayvon Walker. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On play action, Lawrence. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Jaguars.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. They'll pitch it out to Mitchell. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. on 2nd and goal.
Lawrence, he'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job.